Welcome to the Bendano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Make it happen, Kathy. Get the deal done. The Players Association, do us all a favor, will you? Sign on the dotted line. Coming out of day 2 of CBA negotiations, the face-to-face meetings, we got Kathy Engelbert calling the deal on the table transformational. We got Jennifer Rosati calling the deal that's currently on the table transformational. Now, if we can only get the players to finally realize that fact, if we can only get Nneka Ogwumike, Brianna Stewart, Alicia Clark, Bree Turner, Terry Carmichael Jackson, if we can get them to realize, yeah, this is a transformational deal. We feel good about this. We're getting an incredible raise. Salary caps are going up. We just got broken off a piece of rev share. That number's only going to increase as the league gets bigger, as more jerseys get sold, as trading cards get sold. We're going to get a bigger piece. You know what? We'll take the deal. If only. The one thing that yesterday did remind us of, man, we missed Caitlin Clark hoops over here. We missed some Caitlin Clark hoops over here. We got to get the deal done. I can't go this entire summer not getting my Caitlin Clark hoops fix. I'm like a junkie. Shout out to Courtside. I'm like a junkie. I need to see hoops. There's no rehab for this. There's no program to wind me down, to wean me off this jug. There's none of that out there right now. I need my fix. Let's get right into it, shall we? Please like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And subscribe to the channel. Another shout out to Venom. He was outside of CBA negotiations as well. He was live the entire time until Kathy Engelbert left. Was able to ask Kathy Engelbert a question, got an interview with Terry Carmichael Jackson. So salute to Venom out there doing his thing in independent media, alive and well. He is definitely on the forefront, on the ground over there. Alexa Filippo, she was there as well, and that's where we are going to start. WNBA and the union conduct second straight day of marathon CBA talks. Seems like we see some movement. The league is giving up some salary cap. They're just reaching in their pocket. Adam Silver must have made the call. Just keep throwing money at their face until they say yes. And that's where we're currently now. New York, following back-to-back days of prolonged negotiations between the WNBA and its players' union, Players Association President Nneka Ogwumike told reporters late Wednesday that the players are feeling movement in collective bargaining talks and are, quote, committed to being at the table. The two sides remain without a new deal, now going on 2 days past the target date the league gave the union for when a term sheet should be completed to avoid scheduling impacts for the 2026 season. Quote, at the end of the day, we want a season, Ogwumike told reporters. We want to play. We've heard that from the other side as well. We need to see a more robust demonstration of that as we continue on in these negotiations. You had to throw that last part in there, didn't you? According to a source familiar with the negotiations, the league's latest proposal featured a salary cap starting at $6.2 million, up from a previously reported number of $5.75 million and $1.5 million in 2025. So compared to this past season, we're jumping 4x in terms of salary cap. Up from a previously reported 5.75, well, the first salary cap number that the league gave the players was 5.5. So we're up around $700,000 when it comes to salary caps. That is an entire solid role player contract right there. That is an entire solid role player contract, $700,000, a third, fourth option. Love to see it. The average player compensation is projected to reach $570,000 in year 1 and $850,000 in year 6, while the maximum compensation would come in at over $1.3 million in year 1 and nearly $2 million in year 6. So those two numbers, 1.3 in year 1 and nearly $2 million in year 6, those numbers are very similar to what we saw with that bullet point presentation that the owners leaked to all of us. Look at what they're passing up, guys. We saw it. The thing is that when the numbers get broken down to them in their face and they start seeing it in person, maybe it registers a little bit differently. When we're not exchanging emails or going back in Zoom calls, maybe it registers a little bit differently. Quote, our proposal on the table is a really historic and transformational deal for these players, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert told reporters early Thursday. Damn! We're proud of the deal we have on the table. I think it's huge gains for the players while balancing that with the health of the league. So we'll just continue to work really hard, and we've got to get a deal done. Connecticut Sun team president Jennifer Rosati adds to that. As a former player, I don't know that I ever thought I would see the day that such a transformational deal would be offered and on the table for these players, and I'm proud of that. Now, can this be a little bit of a pushing of the narrative from their side, finally? Yeah, it very well could be, but we're also been up to date, in tune with the deals and the proposals that the WNBA has sent, and we've been calling it transformational here since we first heard about the numbers. We've been calling it transformational over here since we first heard about the numbers. You're getting how much of a raise? Yeah, that's transformational. Wait, added roster spots for developmental play? Yep, that's transformational. You got the chartered flights? Yep, that's transformational. Committing to training facilities and medical staff? Yep, that's transformational. Players who are pregnant can now naysay trade? Yeah, that's transformational. So now that the owners are saying that, now that the league, Kathy Engelbert is saying that, love to see it. Love to see it. At this stage, love to see it. We don't got to do the whole song and dance the last 8 to 12 months. Now that we're here face to face, let's start applying that pressure, Kathy. The WNBA has proposed players receive an average of 70% of net revenue after deducting expenses. The Players Union previously asked for 26% of gross revenue over the lifetime of the agreement, with the salary cap in year one of the deal at about $9.5 million, but it is unknown where its current proposal stands. The sides have been far apart on what a new revenue sharing system should look like while negotiating the future of the core designation, team provided housing, and more. In all, there have been 8 proposals exchanged over the past 2 days, with parties meeting for roughly 12 hours Tuesday evening into Wednesday morning, and then for about 11 hours Wednesday afternoon into early Thursday. They're meeting right now. They are meeting right now. Aneka Ogumike says, quote, being able to be in the room, being able to exchange proposals, we're feeling movement. We're sticking to the process. That's something that we've always been true to from the very beginning. So make sure that we stick to the process and that our strength and our unity and obviously remaining resolute in what we're presenting ourselves for in these negotiations is kind of where we're at now. Aneka Ogumike says that the timeline didn't really mean anything to these players. Quote, we haven't ever really considered that as a timeline that has been something to prioritize on our side because we've always been negotiating in good faith. That's a lie. Stop. Pause. That's a lie. You guys haven't been negotiating in good faith. Going from 30% to 27% is not good faith. Putting out memes and GIFs, attacking the owners, attacking the league, that's not good faith. Going out in interviews and calling unrivaled, damn near our alternative, if this isn't it, that's not good faith. Valentine's Day messages to the league, that's not good faith. So to sit here and act like you guys have been negotiating in good faith, you're questioning all of our intelligence. Let's be real here. You're questioning our intelligence. And to prove that you haven't been negotiating in good faith, remember that letter that was leaked by Plum and Stewart? Well, not leaked by them, but the Plum and Stewart letter that's been leaked kind of showed that you guys weren't negotiating in good faith. Confidence was waning because the good faith wasn't present. Once a deal is done, it must be ratified, which could take several weeks, and then the league must hold a 2-team expansion draft free agency for more than 100 players and a college draft currently scheduled for April 13th. I think time is of the essence to get a deal done, Rosati said, and that's what we're working for. Lex Filippo added that there have been 7 proposals exchanged over the night for the past 2 days, and the players are waiting for a response on the 8th. That was last night at 11:47 p.m. Andy Constable, the league's latest proposal included a salary cap of 6.2, according to a source familiar, and share of roughly 70% of net revenue. Kathy Engelbert calling it transformational, and Andy Constable giving her vote of confidence that a deal is going to get done. It's just a matter of when. Are we looking at, by early next week, we have a deal in place and the season is ready to go? They got to continue to negotiate through this, work through this, exchange proposals through this, and get something done by the weekend. If you're asking me, time is of the essence. You got Thursday, you got Friday. I doubt they want to spend their weekend negotiating. I doubt it. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I appreciate all the support. The venue is open tonight, 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.